Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to very quickly do this video, basically just going over what I said on my Raw discussion about WrestleMania 30, and basically go a little deeper into what on earth is actually going to close this freaking show, because we're what, 40 days roughly away from WrestleMania 30, and out of the matches that have been confirmed and most likely will happen, I can't picture any of them main eventing WrestleMania. I just think no matter what they do, it'd just be underwhelming or no one gives a shit. And there's 3 matches that would be the best options for closing, because they're like the biggest matches. Of course, it's Batista vs Orton, Undertaker vs Lesnar, or Triple H vs Daniel Bryan, which hasn't been confirmed, but it's pretty obvious it's going to happen. And out of those 3 matches, I can't really pick one that would close the show, and that's not in a good way, because I can't picture any of them closing. And like I said, I think no matter which match out of those 3 you put in as the last match, it'd just be underwhelming. Now, getting to Batista vs Orton, there is no way in hell that match should close. There is no way in hell that match should take place, but it's obvious it's going to. Like I said, I don't know why. I don't know why WWE didn't change this match after the reaction they got. I mean, WWE is either just trying to troll their fans, or they're just oblivious to this current situation. Both of those, no matter which one it is, it's got to be one of them. No matter which one, it's very concerning. And it's pretty obvious the crowd is going to absolutely shit on this match. Like, it'll be entertaining to watch just for the crowd's reaction. The match will probably be boring as hell, and that's just one of the many reasons why it shouldn't close. Because if it does, well, the fans will probably leave before the match takes place. I mean, I can't remember which pay-per-view it was, but TNA recently, didn't they didn't even half fill an arena or something like that. You take that picture, you take it into this match, because it's going to be even worse, because if this match comes on last, I can picture it. There's going to be 40,000 odd empty seats. Half the people are going to leave before this match takes place, because no one fucking gives a shit. And no one has any right to. It's just one of those matches where, it shouldn't be taking place. It should be a different match that I'm not going to talk about, because I've already rambled on it enough. And as a result of that, no one cares. So this match definitely shouldn't come on last. I don't care if it's the title or not. Like I said, I'm not one of those people that say, oh, it's the title match, should come on last. And this is a perfect example of it, because it'll be very interesting to see what happens if this match goes on last. So if I was booking the order of this card, firstly, this match wouldn't even be taking place, but if it had to, it'd be somewhere in the middle of the card. Getting to Undertaker vs Lesnar, this is another one that definitely shouldn't take place. Not because it won't be a good match, and I think it could have a good build up. I did like that segment on Raw, but it's just, what really will happen here? Undertaker's gonna win. There is no way in hell Brock Lesnar's gonna beat the Undertaker. It'd just be so underwhelming. So what really can you do? You can't have it go on last, because having Undertaker triumph over Brock Lesnar isn't really a WrestleMania moment. And that's what the ending to WrestleMania should be. It should be an amazing moment that people will remember forever, because after all, the last thing you do that happens at WrestleMania will be the lasting image of that show, and it's what people are going to draw to when they review it or whatever. And having Undertaker win and just celebrate, that's not a WrestleMania moment, because we've seen it 21 times. So, unless the only reason this should close if Brock was going to win, but like I said, he won't. It's pretty obvious he won't win, so that match also shouldn't close. So I'd have to say the best option to close this show would be Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. Now again, if I was in control of WWE and I actually had control over which matches would take place, this card would be totally different. But if this match still took place, it would not be the closer. But given the circumstances, it's probably the best option, because you have Daniel Bryan. He's been battling with the Authority for 8 months or so. I don't know. I can't even remember how long it's been, but it's been a while. So it has the longest build-up of any match that WrestleMania will have this year, no matter what. So yeah, and it's also got the most intrigue because Daniel Bryan is so over. So it probably is the only match they can close with. But the only problem with that, what are you actually going to do? Are you going to have Daniel Bryan go over, or are you going to have Triple H go over? Now, it would be absurd if Triple H went over, and the final image of WrestleMania would be him just celebrating, like, who gives a shit? Like, we've already seen that. We saw that at WrestleMania 18, and, like, no one really cared then, no one's going to care now, especially the reputation he's got nowadays. But, and it's kind of the same with Daniel Bryan, like, him winning and him coming over, like, triumphing over the Authority is a good payoff to this long storyline, but it just seems weird that they would have it close WrestleMania and just have Daniel Bryan, like, just celebrating. It's like what I said with Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Having Daniel Bryan go over, you know, just celebrating at the end of his match with Triple H isn't what I would call a WrestleMania moment, because, quite frankly, the whole reason for this storyline is to have Daniel Bryan finally win the WWE title. And if you're going to do this match with Triple H, there's no title on his shoulders, no title around his waist, so no one really, it's not as important. But one thing they could do, and it was brought up by a fellow YouTuber named MYG for Life 123, go check out his channel, it's really good. And this idea was that you have the Daniel Bryan Triple H match, preferably round in the middle of the show, and the gimmick for that match would be, if Daniel Bryan wins, he gets to verse the winner of Batista versus Randy Orton. Now, for the title, I should add. Now, I really, really like the idea of that, and that's probably the best way to go, but I would just tweak it a little bit. I wouldn't have him verse the winner of Batista and Randy Orton. I'd probably just make it a triple threat match, just to, I don't know, give more time to other matches that could take place. And yeah, it would feel better with Daniel Bryan overcoming both Batista and Randy Orton. That's just my opinion. So I would probably do that. I think it's the only way out, but given WWE's track record and given how stupid their creative team is, they probably haven't even thought of that idea. So it's unlikely to take place, but it's really probably the only option that I can think of anyway. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that whole, all that crap. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think should close WrestleMania. Be good to see your opinions. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. So yeah, later everybody.